Good morning, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I know we have some few folks still coming in, but I wanted to do a quick hello, introduce myself. My name is Frank So. I'm the new guy at Emo, and thank you. You know, the interesting thing about being the new guy at Emo is I hear a lot of folks saying, Frank, welcome. Emo's doing such great work. And I think to myself, well, I've only been here 4.5 months, so that's great. But I just want to take a couple moments and just recognize a few folks. First, we've got members from the board of Emo that are here, so I wanted to say thank you to them for being here. Emo does not exist without the leadership of the folks who are here. So thank you to our board members. And most of you have been or are affiliated with a nonprofit, so you understand the importance of having strong leadership. I also want to recognize the leadership that's here in this room. So all the members of the clergy, would you please stand and be recognized? Please stand. Please be recognized. Thank you. Emo is Emo, and it's distinct from other nonprofits because we work in the faith space. And unlike some of the politics, which we're seeing in our state capitol just a couple blocks away, we're here for the values, not for the power. But we're here for the values which empower people, and I think that's a big difference. So I want to say thank you to all of you for being such strong supporters of Emo. I also want to thank the Emo staff. So Emo staff that's in the back and Emo staff that's seated, would you please stand real quickly? Thank you. And then I'll do one last round of applause, and that's for everybody else who's in your room. I would say, I just heard, Frank, this is like a family reunion. Ron was just saying, this is like a family reunion, and it really is. We're a family, distant cousins, I think Pastor Ron was saying, but we are a family of individuals who care about the same things, and that's why we're here today. So I won't speak too long because I know you've got speakers that are here that are going to tell you more about today, and I know we started a little late, but I'm glad that we're all here. I hope I have a chance to meet all of you, and I tried to stay at the front door to meet most of you. But I want to do another quick 2 shout-outs to, we have Bishop Lori here, who's hosting us in her house, and Pastor Heidi too. Pastor Heidi, where are you? Right there. And, you know, this has been such a great tradition that we've had, and the Lutherans have hosted us in their home for IAD. And it's really important to have certain traditions. And this is one that I am really excited about. I'm really excited that Emo's part of. And having come from Washington, D.C., and being involved in the political sphere, I know how important it is, our advocacy at the Capitol, to make those changes happen. I was speaking with a young person yesterday who said, I don't know if I'm going to come to IAD. I said, why? He said, well, I'm kind of nervous. And I said, why are you nervous? He said, well, you know, they're legislators or senators. And I said to them, had you worked in my world in Washington, D.C., you would realize that most elected officials are more worried about what the populace thinks. But for some reason, we have this notion that some legislatures and government officials are in this high nebulous that really only exists because of us and the votes and the people who care about the issues. So, I wanted to say thanks to all of you. I wanted to say also, talk to people about Emo, talk about the legislation that we're working on. You'll learn more about it today, but I'm really excited. We've had some legislation already pass through to help our work, Second Home on homeless youth. And if you don't know about it, I would encourage you to get to know about it. It's great work. Jenny's back there. She's the director of the program. Say hi, Jenny. There we go. And that's really looking at working towards justice, not just charity. And I think with the situation on homelessness, we need to do more than just say, we're going to hand something out. We need to say, where is the justice? You'll notice we're wearing these shirts. It's our emo shirts that we have. Hopefully most of you will get one today at some point. And by get one, we're not selling them. We're gonna make sure we get as many from an anonymous donor that had it printed for us. So that's great. But Micah 6:8, I encourage you to look at that and maybe have that in your back of your mind today. Do justice, love mercy, walk humbly. I think these are things that emo tries to do in their daily work. And it's something that I hope you take into mind as you're here today at the Capitol and as you leave today as well. So with all of that being said, another round of applause, please, for Pastor Heidi, who's here. And I want to thank her and everybody for being here. So thank you.
Welcome to St. Mark Lutheran Church. So glad to have you here. I am Pastor Heidi Bolt, the interim pastor here at St. Mark Lutheran Church. This church is leaning into its ecumenical partnerships by hiring me as a Presbyterian to serve this very Lutheran congregation. So we are so glad to have you here. I've been here since September, but in the months I've been here, I've known that this congregation cares deeply about our houseless neighbors, cares deeply about our immigrant and refugee neighbors, is always working on creation care and fighting hunger and seeking justice. So we are so glad to be able to host you today. A few housekeeping notes. I hope you received the information about parking, what is available here downtown. The parking lot that the church has just behind me has a few spots for those with handicap blue placards, and also a few spots for those with limited mobility who might need a little extra assistance getting into the building. Wi-Fi here at the church is slow but available. The password is marker57 with a lowercase m, marker57. And of course, restrooms. Here, as you leave the sanctuary to the left by the lounge where you got your coffee, those are our restrooms. We also have accessible restrooms in our basement. You can get to those as you leave the sanctuary going to the right to our elevator, or if you go to the left, there is a set of stairs. And if that is available to you, you can see some of the Lutheran fine arts, some of our artwork that is in the hallway down there as you go to the restrooms down there. If you need anything about the space, if you have any questions, please reach out to me or Chris Bjork, our maintenance person here. We'd be happy to make sure that you are welcome and feel comfortable in this space today. Again, we are so, so glad to have you. Thank you.